What's going on, guys? This is Mr. DanCan18 coming at you with one of the more anticipated games as far as I'm concerned in the recent months, and it's called Banished. I've been waiting on this one for a while. It is right up the alley of type of game I enjoy to play. It would be a little bit like if SimCity and Dawn of Discovery and Age of Empires all kind of had a kid, and it kind of fits into all those categories. It's very interesting. It came out today. I've been playing it all day long. That don't mean I know what I'm doing yet, but I've enjoyed myself, and the day has flown by. So I thought I would start a new town here in Danlandia, and we'll see how things go. I put it on sort of the medium difficulties, moderate weather with a medium difficulty start. I start here with a storage barn. It's got some coats in it, some iron tools, and some food. And it's got some firewood, some iron, some logs, and some stone, and we will get started from there. Essentially, the way this game works is it's like all those games I described earlier without the possibility of military or action or anything like that. There will be no conflict. The trouble is the conflict that you have to overcome is Mother Nature, and she will kill you. You can freeze to death. You can starve to death. You can you can be gathering this stone and rocks. It could fall on you and kill you. So you're essentially a colony of people that have been banished, and you're having to start over. So I've rambled on enough. Let's get started a little bit. Let me get things set up the way I like them here. Let's look at some of the. Again, I'm new to the game. It came out today, so the UI, I'm having to get used to it. So let's set up. This tells us who is doing what. Right now I have 10 people, and they're all laborers. So because I haven't assigned anyone to do anything. That's the event log. If somebody were to die, or let's see, that's I don't mind that, but we'll stop that for now. General statistics. Okay, so we've got 4 kids. So all right, let's get things going. Generally, what you want to start with, or what I've learned so far, is to start with food. Food is always what you need. So I think I'm going to put a fishing dock over here on the river. It's not going to be highly efficient, but it is going to get things started on the food front. And we're going to need homes also. I may need to... Let's go ahead and start gathering. Let's collect all resources from this general area. Okay, so let's put a builder on. Let's go ahead and knock that up to 2, because I'm going to put some houses down soon. Alright, I believe we start with some seeds to plant also, but I think that may wait till next season. Alright, so speed time up a little bit, so they'll get out there and start gathering those resources. Alright, let's lay down some road. I believe what I'm going to do is go out this way. And up this way. And then we will lay down some... I found it best in the little time I've played today that the gathering huts, once I find them, and the hunting cabins work really well as far as gathering food, and food variety is always helpful to quality of life also. So let's put gathering hut. Wait, what was that? Gathering hut. Yeah, okay. Make sure I wasn't going to put down a hunting cabin right on top of one another. I wonder if I should have moved out a little further. Now we'll go ahead and let that happen. Okay, how are we looking on resources? I think we're okay. Need to assign some fishermen. Let's go ahead and get that to 2. And let's get a foresting lodge. Right there. And what will happen at that forester's lodge is it will plant and harvest trees on its own, and I won't have to queue them up and clear cut like this. The reason I'm doing this clear cut, generally I don't like to do that sort of thing, but I'm going to build my sort of town center in this area. Oh, I need to build a, let's see, build a additional stockpile. No, I'm just going to end up building some buildings, and we won't worry about the near capacity here. But anyways, I'm going to build my sort of town center here, so all this is going to get clear cut anyways, and it's right here and handy, so I may as well just go ahead and gather those items. So let's build some houses for these folks. Boop, boop. Wooden house, wooden house, wooden house. Okay, let's do some road. But yeah, I've been really excited for this game to come out. I've been looking forward to it for a while. Okay, storage at near capacity again. Alright, let's speed up time again. Get these things built. 3 houses, I believe, should be enough. We'll start using these supplies, and we'll stop getting these notifications soon, I'm sure. Okay. Fishing is going well. Food is the most important thing to deal with right at the top of the game, so glad we were able to take care of that. Extend the road out there. Autosave. Always freaks me out, makes me think it's about to crash. Okay, so the houses are being built. That's great. Alright, so we're going to need a blacksmith. This will make our tools. All of your people work much, much faster with tools. It'll slow them down dramatically if they do not have tools. So, okay, we've got our gatherer's hut done. What they do, let me zoom in. The detail in this game is truly amazing. It's very good, and it was actually all done by one guy, which blows my mind. There's something there, some type of wild cabbage or something. And what the gatherers do is they go around in this general area, and you want them in sort of old growth forest. They go around and they gather mushrooms and all of the things like that. And so the food variety from them is amazing. I'm typically going to want to have them maxed out, but we only have a population of 11 people who can work. The children do not work. So let's get the forester going. And that actually only leaves one laborer, and that will go to the blacksmith here. So these children need to grow up. All right, our first child, Frederic was born. And we had someone become an adult, and they're a laborer. So you see how that works. And what we want to happen is sort of to build a population that is healthy and happy. And the only time we see someone die is of old age, and not starvation and freezing or things of such. So I think this will work out. We've got a little center of resource center right over here. So we should be set up pretty well. All right, we have 2 builders, and they should be come over here and do this blacksmith at any point, and then we'll assign one of those laborers to be our blacksmith, and they'll take iron and wood and make that into iron tools. Now, it's possible to do steel tools, but you need coal for that, and you would need a mine in order to make that happen, and I'm probably not ready to do that yet. We need a larger center of population. And they are all bunked up together. We may do some more homes soon. What I may do is lay down a road right here, sort of create a block. Put some homes right here in a minute, but I wanted to leave room for some roads to come through so we could fill out this sort of cove that's in this mountain. All right, we have the reserve of stone is low, so let's get some additional stone. Luckily, we have plenty of that around right here. We can do a quarry soon. Alright, let's get that stone picked up. Setting up pretty good at the moment. We have 2 additional laborers. Build the flippin' blacksmith. Reserve of firewood is low. Now that is definitely not good. What we need for that is a woodcutter. What they do is they take our logs and cut them into firewood. Actually, the stored firewood is 0. That is definitely not good. That woodcutter should have came out a lot earlier. Alright, so there's the blacksmith. Get to work, please. We have 1 laborer left, and they will be the woodcutter. Whoa, that was a quick defrost and then refreeze. Alright, so we do need more homes. So let's do this and this. You see these icons above their head say they do not have a house, and so that's not good. There's 6 people without a home. So that's why they're just walking around with nothing to do. They have plenty to do, just nowhere to go. See if I can do this. Come around behind. Oops. So we'll do 1 more block and then come around behind the woodcutter. Assign somebody to the woodcutter. Let's get some firewood. Come on now, click. There we go. Definitely need some firewood. So speaking of that, let's go ahead and clear all of this. Now there's a different tab I just chose that just says remove all resources. So they'll get all the iron and these trees that are waiting to be logs right out of the way for us. Alright, so how are we doing here? The reserve of firewood is low. The reserve of stone is low. We're working on it. With no laborers. These children need to grow up. Hunting cabin. Okay, a lot of venison. And leather. Let's see if we can... Okay, our food limit is good. The gatherer's hut did well. You see the food variety there. That's really helpful for happiness that you see up here. Log limit I'm going to raise. Alright. Did relatively well last season. Fuel limit I'm going to raise. Alright, so we are cutting this down. Okay, and as you can see, this this Forester's Lodge here, they plant trees also. So you see these saplings. In a couple of seasons, they'll be ready to harvest, and they'll just continue that process. So, I don't know, a couple of seasons, that rotation, they become much more efficient. And what will happen is those forests will become old growth, and these gatherers' hunts and hunting cabins will become that much more efficient also. Another child reborn. That's good. We've got 6 children and 12 adults. We are at the tool limit already. That's great. So we will not want for tools. This larger river you see here, it creates, this is a little further along, maybe a couple of episodes or so, but we'll put a trader's, where's that at? Here, maybe? No. Continue on. Here we go. A trade post. And what you'll do is you could plop that down, and what will happen is a merchant will come down this river, this larger river. There's a couple of smaller rivers that they do not come down. We'll come across it soon. And the merchant will bring things that you can trade with. So these tools that are extra at the moment, well, I'll send to the trader that we'll probably put somewhere around here. And we'll use those to trade for, you know, additional seeds, pumpkin seeds, or seeds for apple orchards, or cattle, or sheep, or, you know, you use the wool from the sheep to make warmer coats, and the game just goes on and on. Storage of logs, stone, and iron near capacity. We may need to set another stockpile, possibly. Should I put a small one here near the forester's hut? Maybe a 4x4. They'll put logs there. The forester will, and maybe that'll get rid of some of that additional. Excuse me. I got a text. Sorry about that. All right, so we've cleaned this out now. It's a decent start. So when we get out of winter, I may look to expand some additional items. Let's see. Let's look at. I believe we may add a farm down here. You start when you put it on medium. You start with some seeds. So what we'll do, let's do that actually, so that it can start planting in the spring. Crop field. And we'll put it, I think 15 by 15 is as big as you can do. Boop. All right, so we'll take the dirt road and extend it. And we'll click here and see what we have. Cabbage or corn? Let's go with corn. And we will put the, whoops, wrong side. We'll put the 2 laborers we have on the farm. And I do not think that dirt road worked. Okay. At his fuel limit, that's good. We will not have to worry about firewood. Now what will happen is when he hits his limit, whoever a woodcutter is, when he hits his limit, he'll stop being a woodcutter and just go to being a general laborer, which is good. Because he'll just run around and do the things that need to be done, like delivering fish from here to the storage barn, you know, coming up here and getting logs and taking them to back to the woodcutter, things like that. So what will happen here is we should have the 2 farmers we have begin planting this. Now I would prefer to have 4 so that we can ensure maximum efficiency, but I do not have the laborers for it. I could possibly bring down. Let's do that to ensure that we get a max yield from this farm. Because I did make it the max size, so they may not finish with just 2 of them. So what we'll do soon is probably come out here with a road again, come down and do another one of these setups down here by itself. Maybe move some houses over there. Or not move them, but put some additional housing over here so that we don't have, like here, I'll show you. We don't have a pathing issue as soon as I find it. Here we go. So like you see, these people are farmers. They go, one of them's the woodcutter and a couple of them are the farmer. So these folks walk all the way over here to be the woodcutter, excuse me, the forester or the hunter. So you'll see if I were to put things over here, they would have to walk way too far and there'd be no efficiency. So if we build homes over here, they're able to not have that pathing problem. Yeah, okay, so we were able to do that. Let's take the farmers down. Let's do it this way. Let's take them down by 2 and add 1 back to the fisherman and 1 back to the, where did the hunter? All right. Now, so what we'll probably do now is I do not want to expand too quickly, but I think what I'm going to do is drop a house here, and I'm gonna bring that. We're gonna execute that plan I was talking about earlier. I'm gonna bring dirt road out this way. What's in the way there? Oh well. And then come down. You can make diagonal roads, but I'm going to end up going that way. So let's do that. Okay. All right. So let's put a getting used to the UI. Forgive me. Forester's Lodge. Okay, so there that is, right there. And the herbalist will be a good idea. That may go out in this area, but I may not put that down yet. An herbalist is think of a ye old, you know, physician. You do have hospitals in the game, but that's sort of the early physician is the herbalist, and they used herbs to, you know, make cures and make you feel better. So, but we do want a hunter's lodge out here, hunter's cabin. Okay. Now, then what we'll do is some homes. Okay. Maybe overbuilding. I hope not. Storage barn. Okay. Maybe a stockpile. Oh no. Alina the Gatherer died during childbirth and got replaced by a laborer. That's another thing that happens is your laborers, that's your labor pool. And they move on to the assigned jobs if one needs to be replaced, as you just saw. I think that's the first time I've had that happen, childbirth. Okay, we're still near capacity on a couple of things. Okay, I feel like I'm missing something. I put the forester's hut. I put the... Seems like... Oh, the gatherer. Okay. That's around here somewhere. Okay. Now, this is a heck of a walk in the middle of the winter, but I probably don't have the people to be doing what I'm doing, but I'm doing it anyways. Probably gonna end up with a woodcutter out here anyways. Also, to increase efficiency a little. Okay, coming up on about the time I would wrap episode 1 up. So let's see if we can get these built first. But guys, please let me know what you think of this game. I'm loving it. It's absolutely amazing. I got lost for hours and hours earlier when I was trying to learn at least the basics of how to play it before I made a video for you guys. And hopefully you find it entertaining, because I know I do. I love these types of games. All right, we'll give you... Okay, we'll hold off on that. Reserve of logs is low. See if I can get some additional logs from over here. Oh, that's going to encroach on the forester's hut. Let me look at that. Yeah, we can get this, though. We don't want to mess with the efficiency of the forester's hut, but we do need these logs. Okay, we'll stop about right there. Okay, we'll give you 1. All right. This seems like a good place as any to stop. Let's see how efficient we were. Yeah, almost 1,000 corn from that. So that is awesome. That helps with our food variety, which helps with happiness. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Seems like it's good enough place to stop as any. Let me know what you guys think. Please leave a like or a comment down below, and we'll see if this becomes a full Let's Play. I hope so, because I love playing this game. Thanks, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Bye.